Have you ever crossed an entire ocean only to bump, again, into the same stranger? That's exactly what happened to two men who thought their first meeting was nothing more than chance, until the world proved otherwise. It began in 2009, under a molten orange sunset in Fiji. The air was heavy with salt. Guitars strummed along the shore, and yachts bobbed lazily against the dock. A Norwegian sailor named Eric leaned against a piling, sipping cheap rum, when he overheard a laugh, deep, booming, unmistakably confident. A Fijian sailor named Tano was regaling a crowd with stories of storms, near capsizes, and sea spirits that whispered warnings in the wind. Eric chuckled at one of the punchlines, and Tano turned, eyes glinting, grin wide. "You laughed," he said. "You told it well," Eric replied. That sparked it. Hours passed. Stories swapped. Two men from opposite ends of the world bonding over barnacles, broken rudders, and nights spent steering by stars. When dawn came, they shook hands. "Maybe we meet again," Tano joked. "Across another ocean," Eric replied. Neither truly believed it. Years rolled on. The world spun. They returned to their lives. Storms survived, ports visited, logbooks filled. Then, in the dead of winter, Norway lay under a quilt of snow. A sailing expo buzzed with chatter. Technicians showing new carbon rigs, captains discussing ice navigation. Eric, bundled in wool, stepped toward a vendor booth when he froze. A laugh. That same unmistakably booming laugh echoed across the hall. He turned. Tano stood there, wrapped in a thick coat, steam curling from his breath as he haggled over maritime charts. Their eyes met. Recognition hit them both with the same shock as a rogue wave. "You," Eric breathed. Tano laughed harder. "Across another ocean." People nearby paused at the scene. Two men from distant hemispheres greeting each other like long-lost brothers. They spent the entire day together, marveling at the absurdity of it all. Neither had attended the expo in previous years. Both had arrived last minute. Neither knew the other would be there. As snowfall hushed the city streets outside, they sat in a quiet cafe, steam rising from their mugs. "Think it means something?" Eric asked. Tano shrugged. Maybe some people aren't meant to pass only once. And that idea stayed with them. How the currents of fate sometimes circle back. How the world is vast but occasionally feels small. How connections made in passing might not be accidents at all. Because somewhere between Fiji's golden surf and Norway's frozen harbors, two sailors learned that life has its own tides, and some crossings are destined to repeat. If you enjoyed this story, please like, share, and subscribe to help the channel grow. Ow.